Hey guys, what is up? Welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys are having a good day. Today I wanted to talk to you guys about reacting to the devil, reacting to abusive, narcissistic people who are literally just meat suits, who are literally demons in human form. These people are walking around everywhere on this planet right now. They are in your home, they are outside of your home, they're at your workplace, they're at your children's schools, they're teaching your children, they're shaping your children. They are demons and they are everywhere. Behold, I send you out as sheep amidst the wolves. Okay, and what does it say in the Bible? It says that the road is narrow and few find it. So in my mind, that tells me that most of the people that are walking amongst us are wolves. Okay, wolves in sheep's clothing. Our children's teachers, our bosses, our family members, our significant others. We're living in a world of insanity. It's depraved, it's fully sexualized. Um and it's really sad because we're taught to praise what is evil, praise what is not good. We're also taught to live like we're never going to die. We're taught to live like we are just here to gain materialism. We're here to gain things, stuff, lots of stuff, because stuff is so important, right? Because we can take all this with us. Like, we got to get these diplomas and we have to get these big houses and these nice cars and all these things because it's so important, right? Because it doesn't just all rot away. It doesn't just all mean absolutely nothing. The only thing that truly means something is your soul and your relationships with other people, your relationships with God and your relationships with other people. Because I do believe that God called us to community, in which I find it really hard to find community in this world. I find it very, very hard to find like-minded people. Not saying that it's impossible, but there's two ends of the spectrum. There's like super religious, and then there's non-religious at all. There's like straight devils. The scariest ones are the narcissistic religious people because they're the real demons there most of the time. Like, they're the ones who are calling God, and they're the most demonic, the most depraved. Just like I always repeat this verse, God has left them to their own irrational ideas and monstrous behaviors where they're steeped in all sorts of depravities. It's scary when people are walking around unknowingly possessed by a ton of demons. They have no soul because God has left them. When God isn't living in you, then what is, right? Because you only can have one of two spirits, the devil and God. And once God leaves you, the devil is left. And the thing about these devils is they can sense, these demons, they sense the light. They know who you are because they're not looking for the darkness, right? They already are living in darkness. So they can walk past you. They can hear your voice and they know who you are. And so a lot of the times, we as God's people, we don't really realize what we're dealing with. As I said, like, we're living in a world where people are completely possessed by demons. And so these demons will try to latch onto you, try to get a hold of you, and try to make you one of their little minions. You know, they want to turn you into one of them. They want to turn you into a demon too because they want to bring all their friends with them. They want to get you addicted. They want to get you addicted to your phone, addicted to whatever substances it is. They want you to be lost. They don't want you to have a connection with God. They don't want you to have time to think, because the most precious thing on this planet is time. And that's why we're taught to spend it all gaining materialism. We're taught to spend our time gaining fake futures. Like it says in The Devil's Advocate, buy futures, sell futures, and there is no future. We're literally living in a world where it's all just a test, guys. Are you passing that test? Do you still have your soul? Because it's something to say when you have your soul intact. because most people do not have their soul anymore. Because a lot of the times these leeches, they get into your life and they suck you dry. They suck the light out of you. They make you react to their abuse. They make you feel insane because they want to control you. So when you feel insane, you're much easier to control. They want to make you react. And when you react, they win. Every single time you react, they win because you're doing something outside of yourself and it's not what you would usually do. It's not the character that you would usually be or who you really are. So say they're like screaming at you and then you're screaming back and you're defending yourself and you're throwing yourself against the wall. That's called reactive abuse. And these people want you to do those things. Although it seems like, you doing that would make them feel bad. It would make them be like, oh my gosh, why did I do this to this person? Although, that should be the case. This person is so happy that you're doing it because it's not a person. These people are demons. Well, remember that when you react, these demons win. Walking amongst us are real devils. Real devils. Be discerning. Know what you are dealing with. Guard your heart. Guard your heart. Guard your soul. Because the main thing for the devil to do in this world is to take your soul. It's not money. It's not fame. Because that's easy. Like giving you money and fame is easy for the devil. That's why he took Jesus up to the mountaintop and was like, I'll give it all. Just fall down and worship me. Like, that's all you have to do. Because see, the materialism is very easy and that's always the card the devil will play for you because he is the king of this world, the God of this world. We're not of this world. That's why he's the God of this world, because we're not of this world. God's people are not of this world. God is not even of this world. God does work throughout this world, but this is not a world that's going to last. So the devil is always going to play the material card for you. Wants you to sell out for the materialism. That's what you see OnlyFans, you see Instagram, you see all these different things where people are selling themselves for money. They're selling themselves, they're selling their soul for pennies, literally. It's crazy because you think only the celebrities sell their souls, but people are selling their souls for like just brand deals. Like they'll take their clothes off or they'll promote like what toys and stuff like that. Like I've noticed that, like this girl, she was like a pretty good high up there like influencer, and she's like a really good influencer. She's a mom, she's like organic, and like all of a sudden like these people emailed her to like promote their toys, and they offered her $10,000, and she like took the deal and everything, right? But it's like insane to me because these people, the devil will come at you when you get to a certain level, right? The devil's going to come at you and say, here, I got this for you. It's like once you do that, once you start getting into those things, like, what that does is demons come in. You're just opening the door for demons to get in you and get in your children. That's why these children are so depraved these days, because the generational curses are being passed down. And y'all don't realize what that causes. Y'all don't realize the depravity that causes. And in your children, mental illnesses, all sorts of different stuff. Not that your children can get out of it, but you have to break those curses. So it takes us a long time to break these curses. It took me my whole life. It took me a lot of heartache. It took me a lot of learning. It took me a lot of things to break these curses down, because you have to beat them down. They are not easy to break. The devil is after you. And even more so when you're trying to break curses, the devil really is after you. Then he's going to fight tooth and nail to get you to surrender to him. That's what he did to Jesus on the mountaintop. He was like, I got you. Like, just come to me. I got you. You're good. Everything is taken care of for you right here on this earth. Because with God, you suffer. With breaking generational curses, you suffer. It's not easy. It's not easy path with God. God is always honest. The path to destruction always looks good. It's always paved in gold. It's always paved in flowers. God never lies. See, God is not a liar, so the path is never lied about. It's always clear. Right away, once you start going down that path, that it's going to be hard. And a lot of people just give up and start going down that broad path because the narrow path is so hard. It is so difficult. The devil fights you with sicknesses. The devil fights you with addictions. The devil fights you with family members, with your significant other, look at Job. Like, you will literally be fought so hard. This is not our world, so living in it is always going to be difficult for God's people. It's always going to be difficult for God's people because we are in a world of darkness, and they see us. They know who we are. They see the light on us. They see who we are, and they know who we are. And the devil is after us. Obviously, he's not after the people who are already on the right path. They're on the broad path. They're on that broad path. So he's not after them. It's easy for him. He sees the few that are walking down the road, and he's after y'all. So y'all just keep your guard up and be wise. Be very wise, because we are living in a world full of demons. And it's time that we understand that this world is full of demonic behavior. It's getting long, this video. I hope I helped you guys with this. I love y'all so much, and I'll talk to y'all soon.